Well, here's a new law that I didn't really know the details of, but it really eliminates your hospital bills. And actually, you could be making up to $83,000 a year and get your hospital bills forgiven. Don't have to pay the hospital. See, what the law is that under the Affordable Care Act, that's Obamacare, hospitals can't send you a bill if you make over a certain amount. And in Seattle, it's like $80,000. So you can be making $80,000 to get your hospital bill forgiven. Now that's incredible to me. But it's important that it's only to nonprofit hospitals, because that's how, if they want to keep their nonprofit status and not pay taxes, they have to give free care. Okay. Now, only half the hospitals are doing that. So you have thousands and thousands of hospitals. Half the hospitals are nonprofits, and only about half of those nonprofits are giving free to people with lower incomes. Okay, that's under $80,000 a year. Now that will vary no matter where you are, and states have different laws and things like this. But a recent report by the New York Times shows that $83,000, and they're putting people almost in jail, having people come out, and break your kneecaps to pay the bill and all that kind of stuff, being harassed, get your credit card all screwed up and all that stuff because they're not following the rules, and that's why now to get them to follow the rules, first of all, ask, so if half the hospitals are not even telling you about this, see, this is the important thing. So you have to know. And if they are a nonprofit organization, and if they don't comply, call your state attorney general's office. They enforce nonprofit organization requirements. See, because then they'll lose their tax status. And if they lose their tax status, they're going to have to pay a whole bunch of back money to the government. So you have the power in this system. So number one, find out your hospital is nonprofit and what the income requirements are for that, or even don't trust them. Go to your state attorney general's office and say, hey, I went to this nonprofit hospital and I don't make a lot of money and they're making me pay. Is that legal? And they'll investigate. See, you have the power. You don't have to call an attorney. You don't have to fight, the hospital themselves. You get the biggest, important people in the world, and that's the government, because they could put them out of business and make them pay a lot of money from the government that they'd never even dream of. So use the power in the system for your good. So that those hospital bills, this is the reason why people are going in debt and going bankrupt. So don't do that. Get the facts and get the muscle behind it too, all for free.